This is TVM. TVM delivers breaking stories, global headlines, and the moments that matter. From exciting sports action to exclusive local events, we keep you connected. Celebrate our culture, people, and voices with powerful documentaries and inspiring stories. Experience premium entertainment, from trending music to urban lifestyle and beyond. Grow your spirit with life-changing messages and uplifting perspectives. Lead the way with bold conversations, fresh ideas, and thought-provoking shows. Wherever you are, whenever you want, watch TVM on all your devices. TVM, your world, your network.
Welcome to today's edition or episode of TVM Express this wonderful morning, and I am Lawrence Junior Aguele, and you could tell from my face that I'm not very delighted this morning because reports reaching us last night was that there was a fire incident at Ekpan Junction in Warri, Delta State, and property that are not yet valued, but lots and lots of property were destroyed by the fire. We'll bring in more details as the story unfolds. But now TVM Express continues, and we start this morning with what we have on the newspapers. We'll go straight to the papers this morning, and then we're starting with the Nation newspaper. The Nation, or the writer there, we have the new tax law. Here, the new tax law taking the center stage on the Nations, and says banks are to file reports on accounts with 25 million naira quarterly turnover. That is the new information on the new tax law. And since the government rules out tax-related debit on bank customers' accounts, and banks to demand TIN from taxable Nigerians. And we have just immediately below that, you could see Dangote slashes its depot petrol price from 828 naira to 699 naira per liter. Almost tempted to say Dangote is doing the Lord's work here, but good one from Dangote, And on the top there, you have alleged 150 million naira extortion. Power Minister reports Lagos profits to DSS. That we can find on page 4, and that will make for an interesting read. And on page 7, we have the frustration as skyrocketing FS threatening Christmas travels. I think the last time we had a conversation about the hike in the FA costs. Then on page 6, you can see Fubara. I am APC leader in Rivers. My registration number is 001, and he also says we'll join forces to deliver Tinubu in 2027. Okay, that's Fubara already stamping his feet on the ground as far as APC in Rivers is concerned. And Supreme Court affirms Miriam Sanders' death sentence. So Miriam Sanders has been sentenced to death. To find more about that, you can get that on page 3. Then on the Punch, we have the Punch this morning. The Punch newspapers, we start with the top story. Let's just go up and come down. Let's see. Kwamwan loses grip on Abuja list 2. That's on page 8 for those of you interested in that story. And police withdraw DSS officers lobby for VIP escort roles. Now they withdrawn police, the DSS officers lobbying for VIP escort roles. Private security companies record unprecedented boom. I've been an advocate of things that private security companies should be engaged and empowered to and trained for security instead of using the very few government security personnel we have on few individuals. Then maybe private security, you have off-duty police, you have retired police officers who could also play a role with that one. So it's a good one for the private security company. Then the top headline there says planned Christmas Day attacks on of uncovered, and that will be on page 5. That is on page 5, and it's coming from the US group who says terrorists may hit Plateau, Benue, Kaduna, and then alerts doubtful, don't create unnecessary panic presidency. We seem to keep having this back and forth between the Nigerian government and the United States government. The United States are saying that there might be planned Christmas Day attacks in Plateau, Benue, and Kaduna. And then the presidency is saying they are doubtful, don't create unnecessary panic, which is okay, but I think they should do one more to make sure that if there is anything at all, it doesn't happen. It's not just to come and say it's a lie. We should make sure it turns out to be a lie. Then Tinubu says no Christian-Muslim genocide in Nigeria. And on the other corner there, you see inside Nigerians growing wave of job seekers using stolen certificates. I think the EFCC are trying to put a calm down on that. Then you see one little corner there, the ex-minister remanded over 2 billion naira fraud. And Osun Hospital detains newborn over mother's 700,000 naira debt. Oh, the baby was detained. This is new. Well, you can get more on that story on page 4. But I think that's anyway. I can't really comment on that, because if the mother could not pay 700,000 naira bill, maybe the baby will be better taken care of in the hospital till the parents find their feet. So I really can't complain much about that. But I think we should start making use of health insurance properly in this country, so that things like this could be avoided. And on the Saturday Vanguard this morning, we have the rider there. We have poverty still rising as federal government, states, and local government authorities or areas allocation double in 4 years. So meaning, despite the rising allocation that is even doubled in 4 years, there is still poverty. So it's either there is too much inflation, or the money that the allocations are not being used for what they ought to be used. But whichever, the increase in allocations doesn't show on the state of Nigerians. So this shares 44 trillion naira in 34 months. 139 million Nigeria lives on less than 376 naira 50 kobo per person a day. 376 naira. That can't even buy a bottle of soft drink or carbonated drink. Wow. While the federal government earns 31.265 trillion naira in 10 months and shares 18.54 trillion naira. It spends 11.171 trillion naira on transfers, refunds, orders. I don't know what that means. So maybe, like, if you're like me, I don't understand that statement. You can find more about that on page 10. And the revenue collection goes 1.167. I think I'm also interested in how that happened. States more financially buoyant now, and growth in revenue misleading, not reducing poverty among Nigeria. So according to the papers or from this headline, the finance department are saying states are more financially buoyant, while economists are saying the growth in revenue is misleading. I am particularly interested to understand how 11 trillion naira is spent on transfer refunds, and I don't understand what that means. Transfer fees or transfer charges, I don't know, are they buying footballers or something? Then revenue collection GOPS, 1.167 trillion naira. Okay, so if the federal government earned 31 trillion naira, they spent 1 trillion to collect it. That's a fair deal, but that sounds ridiculous too. Then we have bad governance responsible for coup. We can find that on page 12. And super tanker seized by US for crude oil theft last sailed to Nigeria in 2024. This is according to NIMASA. Then Eagle squad raises more questions that answer. That is on the AFCON 2025 preparedness. Really don't know how prepared we are for that tournament right now. And no one will touch money in your bank account. Oyedele assures Nigeria. It's talking about tax refunds and relief for commuters as Uber Sani maintains free CNG transport scheme. That is on page 11. Why Supreme Court forced Tinubu's clemency affirms death sentence for Mariam Sanda. I remember Mariam Sanda was one of the people that Tinubu gave clemency for. I think she killed her husband, if I'm not mistaken, if I can remember correctly. And Tinubu gave her clemency, but the Supreme Court says no. You can't give somebody clemency who killed someone in cold blood. That's what happens to the person that was killed. All right, so on the Guardian newspaper this morning, the Guardian weekend this morning, we're starting with Dangote refinery cuts petrol gantry price to 699 naira. Marks 20th price adjustment in 2025. Yeah, no matter the number of price adjustments, the beautiful thing is the price is coming down, keeps coming down. Then tight season price cuts, sliding inflation rate boost purchasing powers of ordinary Nigerians. I hope so. 14 days after Kwara monarch still in captivity. Yeah, that monarch that was kidnapped 14 days ago is still in captivity. And on page 21, you can find media attacks on Senator Abdulaziz Yari, the man who can be president. Well, that is somebody writing an article on that man. So, and you have Muslim group says U.S. delegation visit one-sided, decry exclusion of Muslim voices. Okay, I don't know if that's a legitimate cry, but they have the right to cry, and you can find that on page 28. Then on page 3, you can see Anambra community storm Soludo office over massacre of 20 kids men, 200 houses burnt. Then on page 5, 3 decades of impact, how NNPC separates TTC shapes Nigeria energy future. That is a spotlight story on page 5. And page 3, Obasanjo endorsed fortified Gary fish powder to fight malnutrition. On page 49, FG hosts investor forum ahead of 1.23 trillion naira power sector bond launch. And I think that is about all. I think we have the Saturday Sun right here. Saturday basically telling us the same story. Saturday Sun telling us outrage as domestic flight tickets hit 500,000 naira. And then Nnamdi Kanu's freedom will stabilize Southeast. That is a cheerful Igbo youth leader that you can find that on page 23. And Toke Maku was saying motherhood changed my life. Yeah, motherhood does change. Parenthood actually changes everybody's life. Then fuel marketers adjust pumps as Dangote refinery reduced petrol price to 699 naira per litre. So that's a good one for everyone involved, for Nigerians. All right, and on page 27 we see troop force ambush kills 3 criminals in Benue. And insecurity, according to ECWA, is 52,000 Christians killed, 600 clerics abducted, 19,100 churches attacked in 16 years. That is not a good number at all. Those are not good numbers at all. All right, that is all we have from the papers this morning. We go on a very short break and we give you a breakdown and updates of the stories that have made the headlines this morning. Stay tuned.
This land of mine, Nigeria, on my mind, born in diversity, blessed beyond compare. Ooh, through these 100 years, I struggled and through all our fears, we're strong in our unity. Peace, our destiny. Here we are, standing tall. We're standing tall. We We are one. We are one. We are one. 100 years of unity. Nigeria. We will stand. We will stand.
Oh, this land of mine.
This land of mine.
Nigeria. Oh, my mind.
On my mind.
I pledge to you my loyalty,
My love.
my ability.
Ooh, and as we celebrate ourselves, we shall rededicate.
To serve. To serve.
A new Nigeria for a better land for all. Here we are,
Spitting cold.
through adversities. We are one.
100 years. Unity. Nigeria.
Nigeria.
We will stand.
Stand on the mountain, shout it in the valley.
Nigeria has come a long, long way.
On a journey to our future.
Of brighter and better days.
Together we will make it strong and invincible.
We are on our way. Oh yeah.
One nation, indefeasible. Nigeria, oh yeah, here to stay.
We are standing tall as a nation.
Standing tall
Through adversity.
We are one. 100 years. Nigeria, we will stand. Standing tall. We're still together.
One nation. One country.
Nigeria, we will stand.
Nigeria hasn't always justified the faith of its people, but there comes a time when you are pushed to the wall and there's nowhere to go.
Believe in Nigeria, and we want to take steps every day to make this country a better place.
This is our dream, and a new Nigeria is that dream that we so much seek and desire.
The destiny of Nigeria is in our hands. We are the country. The country is us.
We are Nigeria.
We are that turning point generation. We are Nigeria. We are the future.
We are the future. We are the dream. We are the nation. We are part of this. Yes, we are so amazing. That's the least we shall be. At the heart of the nation, changing history. How can they say that we are finished? We have just begun. When we have nowhere else to run to, we have nowhere else to go. So get out of the way of the land of our dreams. We are the nation, we are part of this. Oh, oh. We are the nation, we are part of this. Whoa. Carry the song, carry the sound. The future is here. The future is here. Goodbye yesterday, tomorrow is now for the taking. The future is here. The
All right, welcome back. Just like you've seen on the screen, we're going to be looking at defection and democracy, and we're using the Fubara's AP switch as a case study to talk about the credibility of the Nigerian opposition. But before we go talk on that, we'll just quickly take a look at visual that we got that was gotten from the fire outbreak at Ekpan Junction and Warri. We'll get more information as regards that as it comes in. Right, so it's an unfortunate thing, an unfortunate situation where people lose properties. Gratefully for now, what we heard for now is no life was lost, but we understand a lot of property were damaged. All right, let's go about what we have for today, and as that more of that comes in, we'll take a break to talk about it. Now, what has happened in Rivers State? What has been the scenario in Rivers State, Nigeria? Governor Siminalayi Fubara has formally defected from the People's Democratic Party, PDP, to the All Progressive Congress, APC. And the defection followed a closed-door meeting between Governor Fubara and President Bola Tinubu at the presidential villa in Abuja. Reports also say Fubara visited the Aso villa shortly before announcing his move. And the PDP has reacted angrily. National sources described the move as self-inflicted and expressed pity for the governor. According to the official statement from the party spokesperson, called the defection pitiful and self-inflicted. Then some pro-APC voices portray the move as strategic, security protection, and political survival, and has been cited as motive. This is from allied commentators, where we have Bernard Miko, who said the defection may be more about self-preservation and stability. And we are aware that Rivers State experienced a protracted political crisis earlier in 2025 that prompted federal emergency intervention and later lifting of that emergency rule. It's been a turbulent contest and it has cost party realignment. And we also know in September 2025 that emergency rule was lifted, and it has left a very fragile political balance, even with the State House of Assembly having a lot of their PDP members also the campaign to other political parties. So Governor Fubara's defection is not only a state story, it has immediate national consequences. And like I told you earlier, he met with the president in Aso Rock before announcing the move, and the PDP has publicly denounced the decision as self-inflicted. And today we are asking, what prompted this break? Who benefits, and what comes next for Rivers, and by extension, the South region of Nigeria? So we have with us in the studio this morning a renowned lawyer of repute, the person of Barrister Albert Agbensin. He's a friend and he's always been around whenever we need him to. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you so much for having us. God bless you.
Thank you for being here today. And if you have, I would like to add that if you have comments and opinions on this story, maybe if you're watching this from Rivers, Port Harcourt, or the environs, and you have your opinion, or for every part of whatever part of the world you're watching us in, and you want to call in and say something, just call the number of the screen. That's +234 703 7272 983. That's +234 703 7272 983, and someone will be there to speak with you. You could also drop a message via WhatsApp. We'll see the possibility of getting that across as well, but we prefer you call and also interact with our social media pages. If we can't take it in this episode, we definitely will make your opinion heard in other episodes. But for now, just make use of the mobile phone and call in with your opinion. All right, Barrister, you're welcome this morning.
Thank you so much.
So let's go straight to it. You heard the timeline, closed door meeting with the president at the presidential villa, then a formal switch. Any idea what could make the governor cross the aisle now like now?
PDP is a house on fire. And how many of us will remain in a house that is on fire? We just talked about the Ekma incident, and you're telling us that thankfully no lives lost.
Yeah.
I'm sure some people were there. They took off.
Exactly.
So PDP is a house on fire, and there's no reasonable politician that wants to contest the next election, which is being normally the 2027 election, but there are proposals that it may hold in 2026. And we all know that even if it's holding in 2027, most times it holds around February. That's even if you leave it, if the status quo is maintained. You get the point. So it means that effectively all primaries will be concluded in this new coming year. So every politician that wants to contest the next election will not want to risk, and you are a PDP member, you don't want to risk being in the People's Democratic Party. And that is what Siminalayi Fubara has done. He's a first-term governor, a very troubled one at that. So he just voted to a safe. It's not about policies, it's not about the present party in power doing very well. It's not about beautiful policies. Yes, I understand that governors have more money now, but having more money for me does not translate to good governance. So it's not about all that. It's about self-preservation. It's about the next election. And that's why you see the Fubara issue is becoming, it's not only Fubara, everybody has almost left the party. Especially every person that has a second tenure agenda. Adeleke left during the week too.
Yeah, went to
like that. He went to Accord. It's just that this guy decided to go to APC.
So you are aligning with Bernard Miko, who says it's more about self-preservation than even policies or governance.
Yes, there's no policy. It's not an issue of policies. It's not about governance. You know, Siminalayi, he had this emergency rule, which by every stretch of interpretation was illegal as far as some of us are concerned. So he, although he says he's a beneficiary of same, because again, there's a possibility he could have lost the seat permanently if that didn't happen. Whatever it is not about good governance, at least not as appreciated by Nigerians. It's about self-preservation. And if I were Fubara, most probably I will also vote, maybe not to that particular party. Nobody can remain, no politician can remain in PDP the way it is now, because nobody is sure of what's going to happen.
Now we'll come back to PDP in a moment, but now, you mentioned the emergency rule and suspension and the serious breakdown between governor and the state assembly. I think that was one of the factor fallout of the whole issue they had with Wiki and the rest, losing the state assembly. Do you believe that that's breakdown, especially, particularly the fact that the State House of Assembly member started pitching tent with the APC, accelerated this? Because since September, the emergency rule was lifted in September. I actually expected him to decamp, but when October, nothing came for her, like, okay, maybe he has made up his mind to stay. And it looks as if immediately the House of Assembly members jumped ship. He felt, well, I should as well.
Well, politicians are very strategic people. And when they do their strategy, you and I were not there. You understand? So they take their decisions, when it's most convenient. Look at it. Siminalayi, if you ask me, needed to watch carefully. You understand? Needed to watch carefully because a lot of people don't understand. But there's a Wiki somewhere in Abuja who is not in love, strictly speaking, with a Siminalayi Fubara.
Okay.
And a Siminalayi Fubara will want to watch that end. And whether anybody likes it or not, Wike is one man that is performing so well in Abuja. And in my opinion, he performed creditably well as a governor.
Yeah, he did.
You know that. But his politics, his brand of politics,
It's brash.
he's brash. You know, it's brash. No better word. It's brash. And that has made him to lose a lot of admirers, including yours truly. You understand? And this brashness has continued to cost him what I call political capital. He's beginning to lose relationship or have very frayed relationship with a lot of persons. You know, the military is not particularly too happy with Aso Rock right now. So that is not as popular or as strong, at least with the president. He's becoming, while he's doing so well for governance, he's also becoming a sort of political liability to the governor. Sorry, to the president.
Okay.
To the president. So maybe that has given Siminalayi, you know, the leave, so to say, okay, let me go in there, let me fight for my life. Because as it were, except these things that we are seeing, very likely that a Wike is going to decide who becomes the next governor of yes, because of the political scenario we are seeing, the realities we are seeing on ground. So
if that is the case,
yeah.
Why join the APC? Why not work on reconciling the PDP if Wike is still that influential in Rivers State?
Let me tell you about the PDP. Is not a dead party. The PDP is like a snake that you have cut off the head, but you know that the heads of snakes, even when severed from the body, could still be very, very, very harmful.
Yes.
That is the point. That's where the PDP is right now. So talking about you can't talk of you. How do you build a party that is presently not ready? A party that has two sets of executives in 2000. Sorry, not in December 2025, where primaries will be conducted in a few months' time. Maybe you don't understand what I'm talking about. In Plateau State, certain elections were conducted. The guys won, but they went to the Supreme Court. The party was not in a state to conduct the primaries, and they all lost their seats. You understand? So you get a party ticket, go to election, and at the end of the day, they come and tell you that after doing everything, they come out. Nobody wants to take that risk. So that's why a PDP, even if most of them have not lost their interest in PDP, they are still there. PDP will play, take it from me, PDP will play a role in the next election. You understand? But I know it's not going to produce the president. It's not good. Even if they get a candidate, they can't. No serious candidate can go to PDP.
Oh, okay.
No serious candidate can go to PDP. Not now.
So with this defection, who do you think is the primary beneficiary? Is it Fubara or APC?
It is primary beneficiary. Good. That's the point. For me, it's likely to be more of Fubara. You know why? The political temperature is still very unclear, very ambiguous. Nobody knows nothing. Let me tell you, there are possibilities that can happen now. Today. No, today is too far. Possibilities that can happen few days to the close of nominations. And the present government will be running helter-skelter. There are possibilities. And there are possibilities that will also happen.
Okay.
The present government will go and sleep because there will be the present president will be waiting for crowning in May 2027. You get the point. So it is still not closed yet. So talking about who will disfavor now, yes, likely a Siminalayi Fubara if they are able to curtail the excesses of UK, if he's able to mend fences properly. But from what we see, they've started composing song in Rivers State again. So it means that the House of Assembly is beginning to come up. Similarly, the governor is not doing this. So it shows that there's a discourse somewhere. And similarly, is beginning to compose song. When we support, we know they follow corner corner. You have not heard that song? I don't know how to sing that song. I would have sung it for you. We know they follow corner corner. They follow straight. We are wondering who is following corner corner. But we all know that as of today, Wike is still a member of PDP. At least he said so, even if he has been suspended. You understand? Expelled by the other party. So that is the point. That is the point. That's where we are.
Now, talking about this whole power block and power broken thing. Now, Fubara becoming member of APC, that makes him the #1 APC member in the state. According to him, his card has 001.
His card has 001 because he's there now
as the highest
political office holder. Yeah. Then whoever, for anybody to come now, he will have to work with a Fubara.
Yeah, but
all things being equal.
I saw a video of one of the members of the House, I've forgotten his name, who had reservations. Remember the State House of Assembly?
Yes.
One of those who decamped,
yes,
had reservations that said, according to him, he said they decamped with their structure. Fubara didn't come with their structure, and it's looking to me like the movement of Fubara might likely cause a bit of tension in the rank and files of the All Progressive Congress in Rivers State.
Look at it. It's a reverse of crisis. Even when you say rank and file, which rank and file? We don't even know who the authentic leadership of APC is in Rivers State. That's where we are. We don't even know all that. So it's something that is still unfolding. It's something that is still unfolding. But they are working with the national. It's a whole lot of drama.
Okay.
There's a whole lot of drama. But what I can tell you on ground, the non-politicians are with Siminalayi Fubara.
He's their governor.
That is not just their governor, not just the fact that they are governor. You can be a governor and yet disliked.
Okay.
You can be a governor and yet disliked.
So he seems to be having a lot of goodwill from his people.
Yes, he's a lot different from the Wike. He's a lot different from the Wike. Reverse politics is something nobody can place his hands or her hands on right now.
All right, now if we extend from Rivers State, now the PDP, maybe apart from Edo State that has been back and forth, PDP practically controlled the south region of Nigeria, and it looks like they are losing it.
They are losing it. They have lost it.
Is there any state left in the PDP maybe apart from Akwa Ibom? Akwa
Ibom is APC.
It's APC right now, right?
I think Rivers was the last. Rivers was the last, but they've data had gone now before now. So it's not. Let me be honest with you. This movement really is neither here nor there. It is not about. It is not about the movement. Obi won how many states? Got over 6 million votes without a sitting governor. Yeah. Many of these governors are defecting not because of performance, but because of fear, and because of political patronage. Clearly. And because we are on ground, we know what's happening around. We have most of the politicians that are moving with leadership. They are moving because they don't have a choice. Not necessarily because they have there's anything special in the party they are moving to.
Okay, so confirmed, PDP has no party in the South.
Yes.
Nigeria. Now, that brings another question to mind. This jumping up and down has been a thing in our politics for a long time, where you see we have career politicians that do not have any other source of livelihood, so they have to jump when their masters say jump. Do you think that tide should be stemmed? It's something we should probably tilt the ship towards steer the ship towards another direction. The days of career politics in Nigeria, do you think it should come to an end so we start having people who are genuinely in office for genuine reason rather than for survival?
How would you do that? How do you know them? When they come, everybody says they want to serve. What evidence or what evidence are you going to look for to separate according to you, the career politicians from the non-career politicians? You don't know them. And, you know, in Nigeria, we have all come to accept that there are no ideologies without politics.
Okay.
There are no ideologies without politics. All the party manifestos are the same. The days of UPN and the days of MPN, you know, where you had slight, you know, clear-cut demarcations, even if it was slight, they're over. Right now, it's about political office. Political parties are just vehicles to take you to the next political position. This guy went to what was his name? Adeleke went to Accord. Not necessarily because he would not have loved to go to APC, but obviously the APC in Osun State has no room for an Adeleke. So he wants to go somewhere else and fight his fight. I may not be surprised if after winning the election he will come. I may not also be surprised if before they contest the election, PDP will align with an Accord. It is not a possibility. It is a possibility. Sorry. So those are the things. There are no political ideologies anywhere. It's about, I want office. How can I get there? If you want to go to Warri Supply Road, you're going to need a vehicle or a bike or a keke. I mean, that's where it is. So it's just a political vehicle.
All right, just hold that thought there. We'll come back. We'll look at look briefly at the opposition parties, particularly the PDP, and probably have a conversation of what must be done to prevent. Because it's for in Nigeria, I personally do not enjoy a scenario where everybody is just following one political party. So we go on a quick break, and we'll come back and continue with the conversation. Stay tuned.
The land is green, it's green, oh, oh. The land is green, it's green, can't you see? I can see all the harvest is ready, 'cause he told me so. It's green and it's all mine. As the clouds go gray, the thunder roars and the earth sings. The season's just beginning. The sunlight it hides as the clouds make way for the pouring of my blessings. I will not be afraid. I see it now, I understand, I know. So I embrace it, dance in the rain. It's for my seed to grow, for every prayer and every seed I've sown. The Lord of the harvest knows I'm reaping back 100-fold. The land is green, it's green, oh, oh.
You're welcome back, and we still have with us in the studio Barrister Albert Benson. We'll take a look at opposition party, because it seems the opposition party in Nigeria are faltering. They don't seem to be able to find their feet to know what they want. And like the good barrister has rightly mentioned, primaries are a few months away, and yet we don't seem to understand the direction of which they are taking, particularly the People's Democratic Party. They have succeeded in losing all the political grounds in terms of state leaderships they had in the South. Like you had Edo, Delta, Akwa Ibom, River State, and the other two states in the South, and they are all now in the hands of the APC. So, practically speaking, Barrister, what must the PDP do now to avoid further erosion in their, because this South used to be their stronghold. Like if the PDP could boast of any region in Nigeria, they could actually boast about the South.
Not just South. PDP once boasted to rule this country for
after they lost the country, maybe during the time of Buhari.
No, it is about the kind of candidate. Let me tell you, what has happened to PDP is not a big deal. If they want to, of course, they've lost this year.
Okay.
They've lost this year.
Lost this.
No. This election cycle, they can't get anything serious.
Okay.
They can't get anything serious. And it's very possible that it may just be the end of PDP if they don't strategize properly. You understand? So if it is getting the right candidate, I just told you something. I said, if you have the right candidate, PDP, the election was for PDP to lose the last time. All they needed to do was just feed the right candidate.
Yeah.
Just imagine if PDP had fielded a Peter Obi and given him a very strong northern vice presidential. We will not be talking all this talk that we're talking, because Peter Obi was able to get 6 million votes without a structure, a party that had no structure, practically had no pool or unit agents. You understand? Got 6 million. So if he had been a PDP candidate, it was deja vu. Because the rigging that took place quietly in some of the states would not have been able to take place, because you have, that is the point. It's just having the right candidate. So, for example, if election, if by whatever parties, PDP, ADC, whatever, they say, okay, let us come together and choose a political platform that we'll work with, and they choose a political party outside of PDP and pick a Peter Obi, for example, a Peter Obi, and a solid northern candidate. Look, APC, with all their governors, will beg for life. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you will see a situation where some of these governors that are in APC will openly work against the APC. So that's it's about candidacy. Nigeria is not about political parties. People vote for who they know. That is the point.
But at the end of the day, they tell you that, which is one of the questions I think I should ask you. Because at the end of the day, I remember there was a court ruling that says the people voted for the party.
Yes, that's about the structure. I am not talking about the emotions that control the decisions of people.
Now,
if few persons go and vote for logo, and what's the meaning of APC? It doesn't have anything. It doesn't mean anything. PDP. It does not. It is just at the level of the party. It's just at the level of the party.
So if that is the case, where structurally party is what is being voted for, then what are
individuals
are the ones being voted for? But at the end of the day, who owns that office?
Who owns the office? Executive office is owned by the people now. By the person in the office. Executive office in Nigeria.
So the party cannot lay claim to, like, you have voted you have voted in on our platform.
What are you saying?
For instance,
Siminalayi Fubara was voted in as a
PDP.
He left. And not only him, there are many governors. Delta, left. What has the party PDP be able to do to him?
My question now is, do the party not have a legal right or standing to say, oh, we are going to court because we gave you this platform for this?
Well, I'm a lawyer. I like to speak to facts.
Okay.
The evidence we have is that very many governors have left the party, and no political party has succeeded in getting the mandate back on the grounds that you were in my party. We've had a few when it comes to the the legislature, where there is, for you to retain your party, there has to be a clear divide from the top. Then again, that's when you have not defected to the ruling party, because the constitution says your position can only be declared vacant by the Senate President or the House of Assembly Speaker or the House of Reps Speaker. So that's the point. So if I'm the Speaker and you defected to my party, how am I going to declare?
We seem to be in a. I think we had this conversation before where we established that we seem to be in this ball, or this legal ball in Nigeria, where it's a game of technicalities.
It doesn't matter. Is it matter? Look at it. If the political parties have really done well before now, people will be agitating for more empowerment for the party.
Sure.
But as the party is done well, is it because I'm speaking PDP? There is no problem PDP has that it is not going to have.
True.
Let me tell you, Nigerians, to remain in, if you are a career politician, to remain in opposition is a big deal, because you are a journalist.
Yeah.
You depend on the work of journalism to survive. Exactly. So if somebody is a politician professionally, he will need to depend on politics to survive. How is he going to survive as in opposition? You understand? If it is politics that is paying, that is putting food in his mouth, so that's why you see them dancing. Let APC lose the election and see the drama. You understand? Let and there is really nothing different in all the parties. When PDP was, misbehaving, turning facts upside down, ignoring party constitutions, party laws, and doing whatever they liked. You understand?
Yeah.
They were warned that a day like this is going to come. So they are suffering the repercussions of their actions. You understand? So it's always going to remain like this. Nobody's agitating for the strength or for strengthening the political parties, because the political parties are also suspect. That's where the challenge is.
Now let's look at Wike. Wike on Friday says, I'm still in the PDP, and it is not everybody that has left. I believe 16 or 17 of them have left out of 27. And we still have quite a good number, about 10, and we'll continue to...
10 of what?
About 10 members in the State House of Assembly, River State.
Okay, in PDP.
Yeah,
okay, yes.
PDP, out of 27.
Yes.
Okay, so they never told me, but they have a right to do so. For me, those who left were free to do so. And for those who remain in the party, will continue to work together. Now, he went on to say the factionalization of the party is the main cause of the problem. Now, for a Wike, will you totally find him responsible for the self-implosion PDP is having right now?
No. PDP wounded itself when they refused to zone the presidency to the south as was expected. That was the foundation of the destruction of PDP.
Oh, okay.
You understand? They created a situation where they wanted a northerner to take over from a northerner who had governed this country for complete 8 years.
not really spectacular.
How now? How now? How would that happen? How what that it means that one part of this country will govern this country for a straight 16 years. I mean, bros, there was nobody that was going to take that. You know, so that was where it happened. That was with the problem. You know, then when eventually they even that when they were looking for it said okay we'll get a southern candidate, a southern person to when they eventually picked Okowa. Okowa lost in Delta State. You know, apart from the OB effect, Okowa lost because no southerner, no. You cannot be a true son of your father. You'll be voting for a northerner to remain. I mean, that was the foundation of this problem. That was where this wahala, you know. Okay. So every other thing about Wike, you know, having G5 or G whatever, they just rode with the tide. They rode with the tide. You know, when the tide is flowing, that is going. You think it's no. That thing just worked. And how did it work? In Delta, Labour cleared everything. And I can tell you, even those river states where they came up with magic results, I can tell you that was not the real result. It's just that it became the real result because the people who had the results could not protect it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, so that is all we can take. Time will permit us to take on our conversation this morning, but it has been an interesting one. We, for the sake of Nigeria, look forward to the time we start having politics with ideology and not politics for survival. Keeping my finger crossed that I would experience that in my time. So we go on a quick break and we'll come back. We'll give you the updates that we have this morning. Stay tuned.
Nigeria hasn't always justified the faith of its people, but there comes a time when you are pushed to the wall and there's nowhere to go but up.
If we just decide in our hearts that we want to believe in Nigeria and we want to take steps every day to make this country a better place.
This is our dream, and a new Nigeria is that dream that we so much seek and desire.
The destiny of Nigeria is in our hands. We are the country. The country is us.
We are Nigeria.
We are that turning point generation. We are Nigeria. We are the future.
We are the future. We are the dream. We are the nation. We are part of this. Yes, we are so amazing. That's the least we shall be. At the heart of the nation, changing history. How can they say that we are finished? We have just begun. When we have nowhere else to run to, we have nowhere else to go. So get out of the way of the land of our dreams. We are the nation, we are part of this. Oh, we are the nation, we are part of this. Whoa, carry the song, carry the sound. The future is here. The future is here. Goodbye yesterday, tomorrow is now for the taking. The future is here. The future is here. I am the future. future is here. Raise your hands in the air if you believe the future has come now. The future is here. The future is here. This is our country. The future is here. The future has come.
The future is not a
All right, you welcome back. Welcome back. We are going to go into the headlines or the updates of what we have for you this morning, putting together stories that are kind of breaking or making the rounds this morning, maybe from last night to this morning. And we'll start with the Minister of Communication, Tijani, who was on Channels TV, and he told Channels TV that criminals favor unconnected rural spots where signals fade fast, using techniques that hop between towers. Now, tech critics counter that standard mobile networks already log this handover for precise location tracking via cell ID and triangulation. Amid ongoing kidnappings in northern Nigeria and even in the south, he announced plans for 4,000 new towers, fiber optics expansion, and satellite upgrades to improve coverage and aid security forces. I don't know if we have the video, we could just play an excerpt of the conversation. This is courtesy Channels Television. Stay tuned.
So the profit opportunity for them is not significant. So we want to go there and invest in towers so that we can connect our people and ensure that no one is left behind.
Quickly, let's close on this. Sure. And I'll take you on the issue of how your ministry, the intersection between your ministry and national security.
Absolutely.
There are reports of kidnapping and using unregistered or fraudulently registered SIMs. Why do these SIMs still exist in the system despite the NIN SIM linkage policy of Nigeria?
I cannot. So what you've put to me is whether it's fact to you, I don't know where you're getting that from. And I don't know who has that evidence that there are people with SIMs that are not registered.
We just imagine that with BVN, with NIN, these guys are making calls. We should be able to track them with some level.
It's more technical than that.
Communication.
It's more technical than that. There was an exercise that was conducted by the telcos to clean out all SIMs. The reason why the president actually pushed us to invest in towers in those areas was the fact that we realized that there was a special kind of technology that they were using to call. They weren't using the normal towers. They bounce calls off multiple towers. When they leave, that's why they enjoy living in areas where it's unconnected at all. And when we're talking about these things, is why we're upgrading the 2 satellites we have, that if our towers are not working.
All right, that was from Politics Today and Channels Television, where the minister was trying to explain, I don't know what was trying to explain, maybe the reason why bandits cannot be tracked, but especially coming from the fact that bandits use mobile phone technology. And well, all I can say in that regards is I think we've gotten to a point where we put square pegs in square holes. The minister is intelligent. I'll give him that. He's intelligent, but he's not an IT expert. He's not a telecommunications expert. Maybe he should have. A telecommunications expert does not necessarily have to lead the ministry. But when you are going to have conversation that has to do with something that is as how will I put it now, professional, let me use the word for lack of a better term, as telecommunications, maybe you should have a telecommunications expert who will be there to guide you, or better still, get a brief. Or do like most of us do, Google it. Don't just stay there and just talk and assume correctness, because whatever he was describing is basically how phone calls work. Like, if I make a call from the studio now and I'm calling somebody, it looks for the nearest tower then it gets to the towers. Then from that tower, it bounces the signal to the nearest tower, and that's how the signal bounces from point to point till it gets to the tower closest to the person I'm calling. And before the person receives it, the bandits don't need the special technology to operate that. That is the technology that exists. And this is what they call triangulation, cell phone triangulation. I think even the police force has that also. So I do not understand what he's trying to explain. Really, it's good that they say there are plans for 4,000 new towers, fiber optic expansion, and satellite upgrades to improve coverage and aid security forces. So we hope that works. Then, like with the next story, as we have dealt with this morning, is about the governor of Rivers State as he joins APC as the state #1 member. On the 12th of December, Fubara formally defected from PDP to APC, receiving his card from the state chairman, Tony Okocha, amid ongoing factional disputes in the state chapter. He pledged to align Rivers with President Tinubu's agenda and deliver the state for Tinubu's 2027 re-election. And the move coincides with federal projects like New Road commissioned by Aviation Minister Festus Keyamo, who joked that they caught an elephant instead of a frog. It unfolds against tensions with former mentor Nyesom Wike and assembly dispute over budget and spending. And the Africa CEO Forum in Abidjan, Dangote, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, has credited the Oni of Ife for clearing refinery site shrines for his Dangote refinery. He explained that the Bejuloki site stalled because no one could approach the shrines. The Oni visited, ordered their removal by declaring, "Let the gods come and talk to me," enabling construction of the $19 billion refinery, now operating at 650,000 barrels per day to reduce Nigeria fuel imports. And Voices has praised the monarch's push for development, while others has lamented the loss of sacred traditions. I'm one of those who feel that physical traditions like that can be moved and relocated for progress. So I would love to credit the Oni of Ife for that. In sports, before Friday's tip-off against Minnesota, Steph Curry, the basketballer, revived his old Oracle Arena ritual with an impossible range shot that had everyone buzzing. After missing 5 games due to left quad contusion, he dropped 39 points on deep threes, though the Timberwolves won 127 to 120 without Anthony Edwards, led by Rudy Gobert's 24 points and 14 rebounds. And warming up alongside newly signed brother Seth, Curry called it his second tournament ever aimed at building good mojo. Even Caitlin Clark joked it looked like an AI-generated image. Do we have footage of that shot? It was a beautiful shot. I don't know if we have the footage. All right, that was beautiful. It had me grinning from ear to ear the first time I saw the video. Good one from Steph Curry. And in other news and football stories, Nigerian's own Victor Moses celebrated his 35th birthday with career throwbacks. Chelsea Football Club shared the iconic 2016-2017 title moment, while Crystal Palace recalled his academy days in red and blue stripes, and the Nigerian Super Eagles honored his 38 caps and 2013 African Cup of Nations triumph. And under Antonio Conte, Moses shone as right wing back, starting 35 league games to help Chelsea win the Premier League by 7 points, plus the FA Cup, League Cup, and the Europa League medal. The fans cherished his relentless run, crosses, and defensive work in the 3-4-3 system, with recent photos showing him relaxed and grateful for the birthday love. We'd like to say congratulations to Victor Moses as he turns 35. I personally missed him in the pitch. I missed watching him with his explosive runs and crosses, but wishing good luck in all his endeavors. The music producer Michael Collins Ajer, aka Don Jazzy, helped a fan's dialysis charity Wish amid mixed reaction. The producer spotted the charity's posts, that is Itoha, the consistent charity posts, and sent money privately to pay off a hospital bill, and shared the exchange publicly with a light-hearted joke about everlasting expenses. Critics have called her request entitled, defended helping people regardless of their ask, pointing to his past aid for a man's 20 million laptop project without similar backlash. So kudos to the Don. Kudos to the Don. He has actually been known for helping. He's one of the few celebrities in this country who, when he can do something about something, he does. All right, so wish him good luck too, and we pray God blesses him with more. Then Ashake, our own Ashake, had made history with Red Bull Symphonic Orchestra show. He is the first African artist to headline Red Bull Symphonic in the US. Ashake performed reworked versions of tracks like Worship, Zaza, Basquiat, and Remember, alongside conductor Glenn Alexander II. Had surprise guests like Wizkid, Century, Gunna, Tiakola, and Friday joined for high energy collabs. While the full video has drawn over 200,000 YouTube views. Wizkid praised Remember as his favorite, saying he'll play it at his wedding, and calling Ashake's voice a blessing to African music. And the show previewed Ashake's upcoming Worship with DJ Snake from his Money album. Well, congratulations and kudos to Ashake. It was a beautiful, beautiful show. The video is on YouTube. You could go there to watch it, but it was beautiful. One of the things I took out from this story was Wizkid saying he was going to play it at his wedding. We don't know. Maybe there are wedding bells is ringing somewhere in the not too distant future for Wizkid finally decided to become a Wizman. All right, that's about the size of our package this morning. It's been TVM Express. Remember to follow us on our social media pages, like, comment, share the posts you see. Then you can also reach us on the phone numbers you see on the screen. You can call in, drop your comment, drop your opinion, even when the show is not on air, maybe the show is off air. You can also call and reach out and give your opinion, and we definitely would read it out. Then you can reach us on WhatsApp. We'll send your WhatsApp messages and we'll do justice to it. And if you have businesses, we're open to take adverts, we're open to sell airtimes. If you have, you want your church to be on air, you want to spread your message to the world, the message of Jesus, or whatever message you want to spread across the world, you can also call. Our business team will be there to help you, or you can email us. The email is not on the screen, so I'll just read it out. You can email tvm@terramediatech.com. That is tvm@terramediatech.com, and someone will be there to respond to your message. All right, stay tuned for more TV on TVM this morning. I am Lawrence Jr. Agwele. Enjoy the rest of your day.
This is TVM. TVM delivers breaking stories, global headlines, and the moments that matter. From exciting sports action to exclusive local events, we keep you connected. Celebrate our culture, people, and voices with powerful documentaries and inspiring stories. Experience premium entertainment, from trending music to urban lifestyle and beyond. Grow your spirit with life-changing messages and uplifting perspectives. Lead the way with bold conversations, fresh ideas, and thought-provoking shows. Wherever you are, whenever you want, watch TVM on all your devices. TVM, your world, your network.
Hello, do you want to win amazing prizes? Just text TVM to +234 703 727 2983 and follow us on our social media platform and send a screenshot to our WhatsApp number +234 9028 518367 and stand a chance to grab airtime and data. Don't miss out. Text now.